Welcome along to Broken and Unseen podcast. It's myself, Joel, and
Big Sam back again.
like we never left. Joining us this evening for a conversation is a guest who is woven football into his DNA, born and raised here in Cluj-Napoca, Dan Mihai Roman, who has cut his teeth in the youth setup for Universitatea Cluj before stepping into the Giants like CFR Cluj. And his professional career is a journey through Romanian football. He led up lower divisions with Lacul Ursu, Mobila Sovata before earning his spot at Gloria Bistrita. And eventually from Gloria Bistrita, he moved to for Forex Brasov and eventually to CSM Vâlcea. Then from there, he went to Tăgămureș FCM, where he was part of the promotion winning squad. Congrats to him. And he spent 4 seasons at Gas Metan Mediaș before becoming a staple in Romanian League One. After that, he had spells at Botoșani, CFR, where it all began, and later on, CSM Iași, Uta Arad, Hermannstadt, and finally, Sănătatea Cluj. Thank you for joining us, Roman. And also now he's a coach. He trains the youth. He gives them his experience. He's a UEFA A licensed coach, and we are blessed. We are honored to have him today. Welcome, Roman.
Hello,
How are
nice
you
to be
doing?
here. Very fine, thank you.
Amazing, amazing. I was talking to Sam before, and I was telling him we wanted to have you on the podcast, and we didn't know how to get in touch with you. We didn't have your phone number, but as God may have it, we had Porum, and Porum connected us, and now you're here. So we are blessed to have a legend in the house, a legend in Romanian football, in European football. He has played in Romanian league. He has played in Europe. So we've brought him here to share his experiences with us and also advise the younger generation. And it's an honor to have him here. So before we go ahead, maybe Sam has a word for you before we continue. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Roman, and it's a pleasure to have you here. And looking back, I did actually knew it was you on that video that I saw until I saw you today, and I realized, oh, it was him. So you look very, very different from what the life football career, football life can give. Tell us, how are you?
I'm fine now. I'm used with the coaching life. Before I was in the grass and enjoying the football. Also now I play football in the fourth league, but as for my pleasure because I can't give up football for. So I try to go with my path of as a coach, and now I'm a youth under 21 of CFR.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very good one. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. You mentioned that now you are enjoying coaching life, but how was it with football? Like comparing it with football, what's the difference now? Like you had a life, you have a career as a football player, and now you move to coaching.
Way more easier as a football player than as a coach, because as a coach you work with so many uh, different characters. You must manage stuff from the club, stuff from the staff, from uh, inside room, in the pitch. Is as a player I was only myself.
Yeah,
Everything I did, I did it for myself
I understand that.
to be good.
You know, I don't remember. I don't know if you remember, and people kept asking me that when I stopped football, why did I give it up? Why did I go into coaching? My response remains the same. Being a coach is a different responsibility. You need to have patience, and I don't have it. I made a joke to somebody. I said, if I was a coach, I'll give an instruction. If I give an instruction, they don't follow, I'll get into the field and beat the hell out of them out of the field. So knowing you for some time, I think you're quite a very vocal personal leader. How did you manage to get to this point of knowing that, okay, this is what I do now. I have to be a bit patient with them.
Yeah, this thing with patience is also a problem for me sometimes, because many times I do my drills and I expect that my players to do the same what I did when I was already a football player. So it's a little bit hard for me, but after years of coaching, I realized that I must be, like you said, very patient, and the process is very long
Yeah, indeed.
to see a player to develop to be at first team of CFR or maybe first league or second league of Romania. It's a lot of hard training, mental training for me, because I would like to be like this. Okay, I train you maybe 6 months and I want to be at the first team, but it's not like this, because
Yeah,
a young player must develop in his way. We can't force his develop. We must be patient, as you said, and this is what I've learned from being a coach, to be patient.
So it's a
just
process.
yeah, it's a process. I mean,
Yeah.
we had the physical coach of Ukluj Nistor here, and he laid a lot of emphasis on development over result for the youth team. So haven't learned the patient, and did you see the difference? Is it working now? Did you realize that okay, this is what they needed, this is what I needed to do to be able to develop them, because it's not all about the result anymore right now as a youth team. It's all about developing them, future stars, future first team players. And at some point, the senior team will demand some young players because they want to promote them to first team. So this is your responsibility. So having that patience, do you think that is going on the right direction?
Yes, I think yes, and I can give you now an example. I have now a player that he was called to national team under 17, and my feeling is bigger than winning a game. That I see this player will go there to play for national team. So when I see players they go to another team that I've coached them, I uh, I was involved in all his process and development, and then now I see I have another one playing in Italy.
Oh,
So I'm very proud of him. I have goosebumps when I speak about this, because I'm all in for coaching
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
with everything coaching is,
Nice. It's good to know.
and you know this feeling is greater than maybe winning a game.
Yeah,
Now,
because you feel fulfilled. You
yeah,
can see what you're doing. Your job is reflecting,
yes,
and this makes a lot of difference. And these kids tomorrow, when they get there, you'll be very proud. Like, yeah, he was my player. And I'm sure at some point they will make mention of it on their development and commend you also. And it's also a step forward in your career,
of
and
course.
that must make you feel very proud. And congratulations for that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
So before let's take a step back and just tell us a bit about your childhood. How was it like growing up in Cluj back in the day, and what made you pursue a football career? Like, was it did you have someone you looked up to? Like, just give us a little bit into your
Yes,
childhood growing up and how it was.
is my childhood wasn't before with football, because I started to I was skiing, alpine skiing
Yeah.
before football, and then practicing tennis. So
Oh,
after this, I start to play with my friends in the yard, football every day, every night, because in that times football was only our way to be friends, to
Yeah.
socialize, because we
mhm.
didn't have
Phones.
phones, PCs, or some stuff like this.
Yeah.
We we go on the street, we put four rocks as a post,
As
and we
opposed.
play football.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything in those days, only
Mm.
playing football, and that was the time my passion for football start to grow.
Yeah. It's I mean it's the same like us, like growing up in Africa, anything we could find, anywhere we could find, we bare feet we play.
On weekends on
Yeah.
the road that we're cars park because we know it's less busy. We
Mm,
put tires on the road
You
like
see,
goalpost, you know.
in my
Yeah.
case, it's a little bit awkward, because when I was doing alpine skiing, I was in the national team at my age, and when I was playing tennis, I was in the first 20, 20 players from Romania. So I was good also in those sports, kind of good.
So what
But
made you focus
What
on
happened?
football?
one time I had a game. So that's the interesting part.
Yeah.
I was playing tennis. I had a game in the champions. I don't know how to
Championship or
championship or
yeah.
what was in those days. And my coach didn't come to me to speak with me at the game. And after the game, I said, okay, no more
That's it.
with
Yeah.
tennis because I didn't agree that because I was very good and he didn't came to see me because he stayed with his friends to speak outside the court.
Yeah.
So and then a friend of mine say, hey, let's take you to football. Okay, I say, why not? He took me to Ucluj,
Yeah.
and from there, I start my career in
In
football.
football. Yeah. So who did you have one person in your life who made you believe that you could probably become a professional football player, or did you have someone that you looked up to?
Who made the impact in my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say that I have one with who I still speaking. Mihai Pop from he was at Chefere.
Yeah.
He came when I was there, but after I trained with him, in 1 year I went to the big team of Chefere. So I think here's my impact for being in football.
Yeah. And I think like from what he's saying now, I think that's the difference between if you look at the situation here in Europe and us growing up in Africa, most places like the opportunities are not there.
They are
Like
limited, very limited. You need
limited
to know somebody.
opportunities, limited mentors, and for example, like there's a video on our TikTok page. I was talking about, for example, favoritism in calling up players for the national team. This happens even in Romania, and I made a statement. You know, it's very difficult. I don't know if it's like it's difficult for people to understand and comprehend when you say something. So I said, for example, I come from the English speaking part of Cameroon. He comes from Nigeria, right? Growing up, I used to, not just me, like if you ask a lot of people who come from English Cameroon, they will tell you, we used to always wonder, like, why is it that most of the times it's just the guys from the French speaking part who get the opportunities to get called up to the national team? So at some point, it felt like it was favoritism or probably, and then like growing up, we came to the realization probably it's because they had more opportunities, right? Like, for example, they have one of your friends was talking about going to Brasserie Football School. Remember the guy who?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and
they always talk about it.
in the English speaking part of Cameroon, most of the parents focus more on sending their children to school. Like you have to go to school. You have to, because you know back in the day, I think it's the same in Romania. The parents don't believe that you can make a living from football.
Yeah.
You know, so like our parents saying you have to go to school because you cannot make a living playing football. But then in the French speaking zone, like the parents sacrifice, make the children go uh, to formation to go play football. And that's how I came to the realization. Probably it's because they had these opportunities and they had this, the impact, like you're saying about Mihai Pop, who like someone who you look up to, you know. But then in the English zone as well, like where I grew up, I can't count up to two people who played football and made it professional. I am one of the people who made it to that level, but I couldn't go to the next level because of injuries.
Yes.
But in the French speaking part, a lot of
Many
people,
A
of
lot.
them.
a lot.
Yes.
So adding to that, when you made that switch from tennis to football, so he just make reference to Africa right now. If you do that in Nigeria, because not like you were not good at tennis, you were good. You knew what you were doing. You were competing, yeah. And all of a sudden, you made that switch to football. So they would tag you instantly that you don't know what you're doing. You know, they would tag you instantly that you don't know what you're doing instead of encourage you. But someone here just took you and said, come, let's go play football. So, but asking you right now, that switch was quick, actually. You know, it felt like you've always been playing tennis while thinking football in the back of your mind. Is that the case? Or it was just like because you got upset
No,
and you just want to
in my
change?
last year of making ski, tennis, and football, I made in parallel. You know,
Mhm.
uh, in the winter I went to skiing. In the summer I play football and tennis. But uh, playing outside with my friends, this sport went to my heart. I don't know when I started to score goals because now I'm a striker, so I like to score goals, and maybe this was also a thing that made me to stay with
With
football,
football.
and also tennis was very expensive, and also skiing was very expensive, and my parents couldn't afford to give money for
For
these
the,
sports.
okay.
Yeah.
So you know, if you want to be a pro in tennis, you must have a lot of money, and
You must
also
give
Yeah.
up
in alpine
everything
skiing.
for
Yeah.
it and
Yes,
focus. Yeah.
and it was my easy way to go to something without big cost and to do what I like. And really, when my I felt that I could become a great football player when I went to the Chefere squad, the first team.
Yeah.
I was maybe 17 years old, 16, and they put me in second league match. They put me in the team,
Yeah.
and after next week, in the newspaper was an article with me.
Yeah.
So that was the
That must
moment I
that must feel
said,
very big.
and when I went to school, everybody was applauding me and say, "Wow, very good."
Yeah. So
That
like in our sport in football, as they say, like many are called, but very
So
few
if
are
you are
chosen.
choosing.
So looking back at your illustrious career, because you had an amazing career, you played for some of the best teams in Cluj. You even played in Europe. So what do you think kept you going as a young player, even though so many others were cut? For example, you see like situations where young players are cut from the football academies, and they say you're not good enough and you can't continue with us anymore. So, what kept you going? What motivated you?
I believe in myself. I believe that if I want to do something, I can do it. And now I believe that I will become a coach, a good coach. So this is my belief.
Yeah,
Believe in my powers, in my everything that I do for the passion. The football for me is now a passion. I love football. I watch everyday football.
yeah,
I play everyday football. Everything about me is football. Okay, also my family, but as for my career, football is the most important one thing
yeah,
for me, and I believe that I will become a good coach.
yeah. So just before you ask, we have a debate each time someone comes to the podcast. Like we okay, we me and him, we already concluded that no matter how professional you are, no matter how much you believe in yourself, you need a bit of luck to be able to
Normal.
make it. Do you believe so also?
Yeah, a little bit
Because I
of
mean,
chance.
you
Yeah,
you can be as professional as you want to be. You train well, you eat well, you sleep well, but your body can still fail you, or probably they just don't think you're good enough. So do you think there
as
is?
it's different as a player. Normal, you need a little bit of chance because uh, maybe one coach likes a big man with good heading, with good shooting. Maybe another coach like a striker with good technique, maybe good dribbling. Depends on the coach because I also have good players in my team, but still I have maybe one of two want to put them in the team because I see something different in them. I like what I see in them, but they are not much greater than the other substitute, you know. So they're kind the same, but I like something at him most.
So
No, so
some little details
yeah,
can just
yes,
make the difference.
yes,
I mean, like I asked earlier, that talking about talent and hard working, you can have both of them in your team. It's your choice which one you want to use in a specific match. So you just need a little bit of more detailing from a specific player to decide, okay, it's not like the difference is big, but a little different that can make the difference in your selection.
yes. But if there are two players are kind of the
Hmm.
same, you go to details to
Yes.
see which one is mostly like like me as an
Uh-huh.
example, because always like me, or because I always want to see to a player what I did as a player, how I run, how I was involved in everything to be like me. And if I see this is 1 point for him,
I understand.
then the other, you
Yeah.
know.
Let me just rewind a little. You said the moment you believe in that you are going to make it a professional was after a game, the next day your name appeared on a newspaper. Okay. That was could be also considered like a hype. You were really young then.
Yeah.
But at what point did that belief really happen? When did you make that breakthrough? Not
When,
from the paper, but when it really, really happened.
after 3 years and a half, 21 years, so it was 17 years and something, and in after 3 years, but in those years it was very hard for me because after Cefre went to first league, the first time after 15 years, and they loaned me to another team, and then I came back and said, okay, you need time to go to play because here you can't play, and they loaned me to Sovata. There it was a very hard time for me because I was away from home in Sovata. It's a small, very small city,
Yeah, I know.
so it was very hard for me. And I say, hey, if I play good, I'm in the third tier. I play good, someone will see me.
Hmm.
And after I was in 6 months, I think I scored 14 goals as a winger,
Oh,
and that was my time when the assistant coach of Gloria Bistrica called me, hey, come here, we want to watch you in trainings and maybe to sign you.
Yeah.
And I went there, and that was my first step to this journey
Yeah.
of being professional football player.
so you mentioned here 3 years in between. So one day, my name was on the newspaper, the hype, the bravo, let's go. And it took 3 years for this to happen. How did you manage? Because I'm going somewhere. When, as a young player, getting your name appeared on the newspaper is a really serious hype at that time, and it can easily get into your head. So, how did you manage
No,
to go on, keep the discipline, the determination for 3 years?
yeah, you see, in my life, when something wrong with, I had some personal problems, and maybe this took me a little bit in other ways. Being with the wrong people beside me and
Hmm.
took me to other bad things to do, like
Okay,
going out. So this thing I lost. I always say to me, these 3 years I lost them. It was a loss for me. But it's
understand.
good that after I managed to go up again, and maybe because that's what I told you, I was to Slovata away,
Yeah,
so I only stayed there, training, eating, sleeping.
but you never stop believing.
Never.
But
I
how
never.
was it like? How did it affect you mentally? I can imagine like you're away to Slovenia, you're missing your family, you're alone. How did it affect you mentally? How did you cope with the distance away from Cluj, away from your friends, from your family?
Yes,
It can be difficult.
it wasn't so difficult because for me there I found some good people. I met friends very quickly there, and we stayed together there. As you know, it was Sănătatea.
Yeah.
You made some friends, you go with them to eat, come back. So it was kind of okay for me. But when I started to score goals, for me it was much better because I was again where I wanted to be, up. Everybody saying, so what, a Roman, okay, scored 14 goals in 6 months, so it's very good, he will go. And maybe at that time, at 20 years, you don't think what you must do to be that good.
But you wanted to
Because
play.
yes, we didn't have the YouTube to see Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, or Ibrahimovic. We didn't have this kind of technology to that could inspire us.
Yeah,
It
true.
always in my head that I want to be there. I want to be known as a good player, and maybe this made me to.
As difficult as it was leaving home, staying away in Sovata without your family, but what I was driving at there is that, but the bottom line of all this is that you wanted to play football.
Yes.
You know, you wanted certainty, you wanted assurance, and you find yourself playing again in Sovata. Does that substitute the loneliness, the sadness? Okay, you met good people after, but the being away from home, you were playing football again, scoring goals, you were happy again. Does that take that
Does it
part?
fill the gap?
Does it fill the gap? Does it take the loneliness away, the home away from home?
Yes,
Did
normal,
it took it away?
Yeah, yes, normal, normal.
So you're doing what you're happy. So you.
But I
That's good.
think everybody must think like this. If I do what I feel happy, it's okay. I don't care about my right or my left or my front person who speak about me. I just want to be happy with what I do. I want to if I have someone near me, he say, okay, you feel happy for this, okay, do it. So this is what.
Yeah. And like if you look at how football has evolved over the years, I think mostly now, like a lot of guys take football just as okay, it's my job. I go to train, after training, football is finished, I go home, no football. So like have you had this experience where, because I when I used to play, I had players where like if I say I'm coming back to do extra training, they will look at me like this guy is crazy. Like when it's training is finished, they go home, something else. So like I believe you played it because it was your passion.
Yes.
Did you, coming up through the ranks of Cluj, moving to Chefere, did you have guys who were like playing just because it was a job, or like just tell us about your experience? Like how was it back in the day?
Most no, I think everybody plays for passion football. From the childhood, they start for passion.
Yeah.
If you do, you take the passion over the limit. You still play, even if it's your job. You still play for passion. For me, I think only football is just passion.
Yeah.
But it's happy that I could make money from. Is I don't know how to say in English. I
You
don't
make
find my
money
word.
doing what you love.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. In Romanian say îmi bin utilul cu plăcutul.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you understand
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
So it was also money, also happiness and passion for me.
Yeah. I mean, there's
But
there's nothing like earning money doing what you love.
What you love,
But
yeah.
there are some players after a few years of playing, they say, okay, I stay only for the money here,
yeah,
even if they don't play. But for me, it wasn't this. I could stay for the money. So when I went to Botosan, I still had 1 year to finish my contract. I had good money, but I didn't feel very good there. I started to be in the subs. I was not in the first line.
yeah,
I feel that something is not good for me, and I want to go. I say, okay, I don't need the money. I I resign. I want to go from here. I don't need the money to pay me for the contract. Let me go, please. I don't feel happy here. When I'm playing football, I feel happy. Here I'm not playing football, so I don't feel happy. I want to go.
yeah.
And after 1 month of talking and talking, and the president say, hey, come on, stay, 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 because you're a good player. Well, your time will come. I said, no, I don't have time to wait because I want to play.
If you're a good player, why are
I
you not
didn't.
playing?
Yeah.
So
I never
it's
went to a team for money, and maybe it's wrong because I didn't made a lot of money for this, and my wife say, "Oh, you only go because you want to play in Europe League stages or something like that, but no money." I say, "Okay, this is my passion. Maybe I didn't take my chances. How would you like? But uh, that's why I felt now. I felt now that." It's important to play and then maybe the money will
Yeah.
come.
So, like, looking back, do you have any regrets? Like, you didn't go for the money? Because at the end of the day, you play for your passion, but when football is finished, you need the money.
Yes, regrets. Everybody has regrets in life.
Yeah.
So I also have regrets, but
Mm.
I try to go over that because I can't look back. I must look in front.
In front, yeah.
What can I do from now to make those money?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't make as a football player, but maybe my path is to do as a coach.
As a coach. Same as we are doing the podcast now.
Yeah. That brought me to one very important question right now. Before we go in details about the other stuff, you left the team because you were not playing enough, right? So money then was not important. You wanted to play. The president convinced you to stay because you're a good player. You wanted to go to a place where you need to play. Now you're a coach. So how would that experience, how will you transmit that experience to the young players that are under your care right now? Because there are over 11 players in the young team, and you need to manage those players and make them happy, but only 11 can play. You had the experience.
And
You
the
wanted to go. Exactly, 5 substitute. So how will you put that? How will you translate it to these children? Like, I mean, you have the experience. You need to find a way.
I speak with them, and every time I speak before the games, I say not only the first 11 are important for me. Everybody is important for me. I try to make them realize that maybe tomorrow you will have the chance and take the shirt. You will have the chance and take the shirt and never give it away.
Uh-huh.
This is my way of telling them that be patient, your time will come. And when your time will come, be ready for it.
And keep it.
Yes,
Yeah.
must keep it because as you say, we are 21 players. It's very hard to make everybody happy.
That's why I asked,
you
because you were not happy and now it's vice versa.
I always speak with them because when you see, when you eat you have an apple, and it's how to say stricat,
Spoiled.
spoiled,
Yeah.
and you put it in the box with 10 good apples. The 10 good apples
Will get infected.
not make the 11 apple very good, but the spoiled apple will make the 10 apples bad.
Yeah.
Something like this.
This is, I say this a lot,
I don't. I try to keep everybody focused, to be happy at team, to speak with them, to confident them, not to destroy my team.
Yeah. So, like, do you, for example, when I was still playing, I was the type of player, like, I like the challenge. For example, if they put me on the bench, I come in training, I come to kill, so that the coach will know that I have to play. But then I like the coach.
See me,
Yeah,
please.
I appreciate if the coach is coming to me to tell me, look, I'm not putting you because of this, because of that. So is it like, how do you manage the players? Like, if, for example, when you have the first 11, the ones who are not playing, or for example, like 5 people have to be on the bench, the other 5 or the other 6 have to be outside, not even on the bench. So do you like talk to them one-on-one and say, look, this week you don't play because you are not good in training. Next week I need you to push more.
Yes. Tomorrow I have a problem like this for the game, for my tomorrow game.
Yeah.
Because I have a player that is, at under 21 team. You are allowed to play with 3 players over 18 years old.
Yeah.
Till 21. I think like it. 2004, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
And I had one in my team in the last game. He played very well, but he's not with the contract at the team. But he still remained at the team. He could go to another team, to third tier or fourth league, but he decided to stay here to finish school.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, the big team send me 3 players with over age.
Yeah.
So I must play them because they have contract.
Yeah.
And I call him and say, okay, speak with me because I know that you are not feeling comfortable now. So I trust in you. You know that you're my guy. But when you stay here, you knew that this could happen.
Yeah.
No. And he understands this. He likes me a lot because I speak with him. I give him confidence, and he stay only for me in this team.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
yesterday he had offer from Turda, and he didn't go there. And now I'm not putting him in the first 11. Even he deserved to be there.
Yeah.
So I speak with him. I'm very. I want to be near them.
Yeah.
To
Close to
feel
them. Yeah.
close to them. That they feel they could speak with me everything.
And
Like
they
to
could
trust
trust
From
you.
trust
family,
you.
because I say in front of them. If I like this to you, I tell you. If I don't like this to you, I'll tell you. I won't go off your back and tell to other people that I don't like you.
Yeah.
I
Interesting.
will I will tell you in front because
Yeah.
I think as a character, my character is to say things in face.
In the face. Very
It's
important.
better.
Yeah.
It's hard when somebody tell you this in your face, but if you stay and think in the future will be better for
Yeah.
you.
So I was watching an interview with John Terry last week, and he said he doesn't go to watch the football anymore. He doesn't want to be a coach anymore, and he was saying he applied for a few jobs to be a coach in League One in England, and then they asked him, "How do you want to play from the back?" You know how like everybody
Yes,
wants
yes,
to
yes.
play now, like Pep Guardiola. You know, and he was saying football is not interesting anymore because now even teams in championship who don't have the players to play from the back want to play from the back.
We want
So
to copy.
yeah. So what do you think? Like looking now, the football now compared to maybe 10, 15 years ago, what do you think it was more interesting few years ago than it is now?
It was more spectacular, I think, because when you saw players like Kaká, like Roberto Carlos shooting from 30, 40 meters, you don't see this
Yeah.
anymore. Everybody wants to put the ball in the
In the
box
box.
and from there to give the ball back and score.
Yeah.
No, it's a little more like I don't know, maybe like a PlayStation, maybe bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
like a
Tiki
ping
taka.
pong. Yes,
Yeah.
it's good football. He We can't speak about
But
Guardiola
not
or
everybody can play it.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
yes, not everybody can play this
Yeah.
football. You must have the players with that quality,
Yeah.
technical quality, because
Yeah.
it's a technical quality you
Mm.
need to have when you play like Manchester City.
Yeah.
And then mental and physical, but first you must have technical quality.
Technical.
Yes.
Yeah. And like we have been talking so much about your coaching career, and I would like us to like go back to your football career when you were
Yeah.
still playing professional football. So please, we've been reading so much about you, and would like you to like tell us like when did your big break come? Like that big move that you felt like, okay, now I'm going to be the main man in this team. I'll be the main striker. When did it come? And
Yes.
which team was it?
In Gazmeta Mediaș was
Yeah.
this because there I spent 4 years and half to Gazmeta Mediaș.
Yeah.
I had a coach Gigi Muțescu. He died last year. He was number 10 of Dinamo, great player for Romania.
Yeah.
And he came to the team in the preseason days. He put me in the friendly games, and he always said, Roman attitude very good, but I can't play him because in front of me there were players with bigger,
Big name.
big names, with background, big
Big background. Yeah.
behind. So he always said to me, very good. I like this attitude. I want to be like him. Look, he can't play because there are players in front of him, and I waited for my chance. And first 3, 4 games, I even wasn't in the first 18. So I was telling the assistant, hey, what I'm doing wrong? And say, hey, calm, calm, you play good, your time will come.
Yeah.
And one day, maybe Eric de Oliveira,
Yeah.
he was I have this no, like the people from Cluj say no, Chefa, Chefa.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
I
Yeah.
Uh,
have that too already,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
chill.
He got yellow card and he was banned for 1 game,
Yeah.
and he put me in the team.
You got your chance.
I
Oops,
got my chance,
Yeah.
big mistake.
and from that time to this coach, I never was outside the team
Again.
from first 11.
Yeah.
He went to Dinamo, and he wanted to take me there to Dinamo. He half a year we only speaking how okay come to Dinamo. The president for Dinamo called me to Bucharest because I in the winter I from winter to summer I had only 6 months to play for Gazmeta Mediaș.
Yeah.
And say come we discuss the contract from winter you will sign a pre-contract with us because you are free to sign with every team you want.
Yeah.
So the winter came, my last game of the season, of the first half of the season. I score a goal, and then I broke my leg.
With against Botoshani.
Yeah, against Botoșani.
Yeah.
And I broke my leg, and the deal went off normal because the injury
Yeah.
took me out 8 months.
Yeah.
Like
I
say,
was telling him like
nobody want to keep an injured player.
yeah,
Like,
the day I got injured before the game. I don't know if when I look back, I can tell myself I wasn't under pressure because before the game I called him and I told him, look, the coach told me today Gigi Bekali sent somebody to come and watch me. Dinamo sent somebody to come and watch me. 2 teams, some of the biggest teams in Romania, they sent people to come and watch me and I got injured. First 15 minutes of the game. I called him after the game and he was crying on the phone because I told him, like, even before they came to the game, they had already been watching me. So just when my big break
Moment
was about to come, it
Yes.
ended. So how did you feel at that moment? Like,
I didn't feel so bad because I didn't sign with Dinamo because I had bigger problems with my leg
yeah,
to get fit
Yeah.
quickly because everybody told me, the doctor when I got that, okay, you will stay 1 year and a half, maybe 1 year and 2 months. I said, fuck, I can, sorry for,
no,
you can say
course,
you
whatever
can say
you
what you
want.
want. Yeah.
no, I cannot stay like this.
Yeah.
I will prove that I will be back quickly.
Yeah.
And
No, I mean, like, how did you feel? Not about Dinamo, but with the injury. Like, did you realize what was happening? Because you might be in shock and you don't even know what is happening. You know, because when I watched the video, you see even the players,
I
the
knew
guy who kicked you, he started
tackled me,
crying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, when he tackled me, I knew it was bad
Yeah.
because I heard the breaking of my leg, so I knew it was bad because once you broke it, you know you don't feel your leg,
Yeah.
so you knew
Yeah.
something's not good because you couldn't move your ankle. So
So,
first day was very nice because I was on drugs, like drugs from doctors, you
yeah,
know.
Yeah,
Every
I
time I
agree.
was only laughing, everybody was calling, everybody, the press was calling me. I was, fuck, it's a big moment,
Yeah.
but I was on pills, and after only 3 days, I realized it's not like this.
It's not
Yeah.
good.
It's gonna be a hard
So,
rehab, and I was down with my moral.
after that injury, a lot of people think that there will be a hate burning through your heart. But I read that there was an interview or question about the guy who injured you, and it was so easy. But I don't know how you did that. But yeah, maybe we all have to learn about that. It's all about forgiveness. You actually ask for the guy that injured you's ban to be reduced.
He called me before his president that can I speak with I don't know what Czechia Federation or uh, to tell them that he didn't want to injure me and have maybe 4 or 5 how do you say
Game ban.
Games.
game
Yeah.
ban,
Game
yeah,
ban.
sorry, to be only 4 or 5 matches banned. I say, okay, I can do that. If this helps you, I do this. It's not okay, but I will do this because I'm staying out 8 months, and you play after maybe 1 month, you will play again, and but I did that.
Yeah, because the tackle, it didn't look like there was a mistake.
Yeah, that was where I was going because I'm happy because look, forgiveness sometimes it's not all about setting the person you forgive free. It's all about helping yourself to recover, setting your mind free. So I'm happy you managed to think about forgiveness on your part is good. But hey, where is human here? I mean, someone
After all,
is gonna be
After all, he didn't come to the hospital after
yeah.
game to see me.
He's sending his president. So you be away. You'll be out for almost a year or maybe plus. And his president is calling you asking for a 5 match ban to be reduced.
Yeah.
Like compare 5 match, how many weeks is that? 1 month and a half or
Yes,
maximum? So that I mean, your forgiveness was very human, understandable, and I'm sure God has many ways to pay you back for that. But thinking back to that, there has to be an emotional effect, meta effect to that. Like, what the heck? That someone just broke my leg. His president is asking me to reduce it. No one even care about how I'm feeling, how long I'm gonna stay here. So what effect does that have on you? Or you just say, okay, I forgive and you let go?
Yeah. Because before you answer, we were reading somewhere, I think it was from the web, that you said on the news that you didn't think you will wake up or something. Was
On the
that true?
surgery.
Yeah, after the surgery or something.
Yes. I was afraid. Normally, it was not something new for me, but I think as myself a good person. If you do me bad now, okay, I will be angry with this, but maybe in 1 year I will say, okay, let's go over it. I don't want to stay to feel bad that I don't want to speak with him ever. No, we are human.
Yeah.
We are human, and we must go over. We must pass over things like this.
Bravo for that. And I'm very happy for you for that. My point still remains clear. I'm not angry, but I'm upset right now about that. Because what I'm trying to say, there are situations whereby another player injure another player, he shows remorse. He can't even if you let him play, he can't even play football for days. Some will say, whatever ban is coming my way, I'm ready to take it. I deserve it because what he's going through is not what he should be going through. It's too much. Let some people help him, support him to show that we are here, we care. Then whatever the FA want to do is their business, But only just to show that remorse that I'm ready to take the ban that they give to me shows that he's human. But his president coming to ask for this make it look like it was intentional and there was no remorse. And
along with the player, it was the president along with the
with
player,
the player,
normal, because he was the captain of Botosan in those days. So normal, he wanted to be in the team.
Yeah, but he could come with him and show some remorse, but he was not even available. How can we even tell now that he was even sorry?
Yeah.
Forget what anybody would type on social media or on the internet, but we don't know if he's sorry. He didn't even come to see you. So that is questionable to the FA, to the president.
Yeah. And also, like I was telling you earlier, when I got injured with Metaloglobus, they cut me off and sent me back to Cluj. So Nyagisha took care of me,
Yes.
Semenyok, and he was there as well. And like, did Gasmet and did they take care of you? Because I was reading that you had your surgery in
yes.
Budapest also.
No, in Cluj.
Yes, no, no.
The rehab was in Budapest? Or?
I was in Budapest.
Yeah.
Near Budapest Toto.
Yeah.
It was, yes.
So did your team take care of
Yes,
you? And
yes, I don't have what to say to Medias. They were okay with me. They pay me the surgery. They pay me my salaries. After 1 day after the injured, we were with money back. He sent me the money all the months before because he knew that I will need to go to rehab.
Yeah.
The rehab I pay myself, but this is not a problem. I paid for myself, but the salaries and the surgery they paid
Mm.
me. And after my contract was over, they gave me 1 year of contract more.
Yeah. So after your surgery, after your rehab, were you able to play again for Mediash, or you moved to?
Now I play for Medias, and I had my greatest year
Wow.
of my life of football player. I was
After the surgery.
after
Yeah.
after the surgery. After I came after the rehab, I made it very very good. I made it at Steaua with
Yeah.
Ovidiu Curti. He was one of the best
Kinetotherapist. And he's the one I went to. He's the one I went to. Yeah.
It's awesome. This
I
guy.
remember when I got injured, the Senatata sent me to him.
Mhm.
He checked my knee. He's the one. I remember him.
Yes.
He's very good.
And when I came back, I was 2 times stronger than
Yeah.
before.
Do you know why that happened?
Why did it happen? Why did this happen? Because I was strong mentally, probably.
Yeah.
And was there at
Imagine
any
this
point?
as me. I was upset that my coach didn't put me in the team after I came.
Hey,
After
from
rehab,
injury.
I came. I was already good to
Mhm.
play, and the first 2 matches he didn't put me in the first 18.
And you were upset.
Yeah. Okay. After that, he put me in the first 18, and then before Steaua, one guy from us was to national under 21 national team, and I was in the first 11. And he came before the game, and he put him. I said, wow, what the fuck is this? I was 28 years old, so I was with experience. And then the next game, he saw me that I was angry because when he put me with Tawa, it was 2-0 or something like that. And it was like this. I watched him and said, serious? Okay, it's not okay what I did, but next game he put me in the first 11 and I scored the winning goal.
Yeah.
So
That was it again.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, talking about gratitude now, they could have canceled. They could have, when your contract ended during your injury, they could have just say, "Okay, arrivederci, bye. Thank you for your service. We appreciate. Move on." But they still decided to give you another 1 year contract. Did you feel the need to pay that back? Because you said your performance became the best ever after injury.
The
Was there
president from
motivation?
Medias
Yeah.
liked me very much. He felt something for me, and I
Understand.
saw this because he helped me in everything I want. But when he came to speak every time with me in front of the players, he always argued me, Roman, do this. Okay, but outside the field, I felt that he's near me every time, and he helped me in these 4 years at Medias. He helped me a lot, and I have a lot of respect of this guy, Horoba Ioan. For me, is also like Mihai Pop, one of uh, those men who made an impact in my life as a coach.
That's another good story, finally, because usually we always hear this: after my injury, they let me go. After my injury, they don't. But this is one of the best news I've heard from an athlete that got injured in a very long time. I'm not talking about the top league in Europe, but in Romanian football and Greek football as well. And that make me believe again that good things can happen to good people. I ask you, do you know why? Because when that president called you and asked you to forgive his player, let's assume now, I always say this, that the day you forgive somebody is the day you realize that you were actually the one struggling. You were actually the prisoner, not the person. Because if you're holding grudges against somebody, you always have the time to think about what the person is doing. You always have the time to think about how the person is feeling, if the person is happy or not, looking for ways to hear bad news about the person. It doesn't matter if it happened or not, but you're using your time, your mind, your soul, the good part of you that you should have used to do other things to think about the person. But the minute you forgive that person, it's done. You don't think about the person anymore. He's done. And that part of you, what I'm trying to say, that it gave you a lot of freedom. That forgiveness you made changed, I think, because I believe in the power of forgiveness, changed your life. Because if you had not forgiven him, probably your career would have taken another turn. What he did was wrong, the approach was wrong, but that's why I said the forgiveness was for you. And probably that was the reason why you came a clean soul, like a free person, and you were able to express yourself like a bird. And good things always happen to good people. And I'm a witness to that. I believe so much in that. So for the viewers right now who's watching, to always understand that forgiveness is not all about the person you're forgiving. Forgiveness is mostly about you. I don't have so much energy anymore to keep grudges up for people. There were times in my life whereby my hate can be stronger than my love. Like, I can love you like crazy, but if I hate you, it's 20 times more than I ever loved you. But the burden that comes with is too heavy. But you made that look easy. And I'm sure a lot of people watching now could also learn from that. Not just about football, life generally. The day you forgive somebody, you just set a prisoner free. Guess who that prisoner was? Yourself.
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask quick, because you seem like a very strong character and your mental strength is wow for me. But there has to be a point in your life, in those journeys, the good and the bad, during the injury, the time you were playing, whereby you had this feeling that made you ask yourself, what am I doing? Should I just let it go? That people doesn't know about those thought of giving up, that nobody know about, but within yourself, but you managed to conquer it. If there is, how did you manage to conquer it, and how will people learn from that so they can be able to move on with their own struggle too?
Yes, sincerely, I don't want people to see how I struggle. I don't want to uh, tell them what to do because everything comes from inside. Like what I feel inside, maybe Joel doesn't think like me inside. So everybody with he everybody's built different. Even if I want to help someone, he won't let me help to say it's good to do this because I did it and now you can relieve yourself and be a good person. But as you said about grudge, this is one of the things in life that if you have grudge on someone, you cannot live your life
Exactly.
with happiness because you will think only about him
Yeah.
and his problems and why his problems should affect my life. So I tried mostly in the last years, I try to think about what is good for me and not what people thinks about me because when I was younger I always think what he thinks about me, what he thinks if I do this, it's okay, it's not okay, no, but I must be myself to be comfortable with me. If I'm comfortable with me, I think is the best way. And I have friends with who I speak with this. I have George Florescu. He's one of the guys who I'm at so, coach's license. I do with him in the A coaching license.
Is
And
he here in Cluj?
yes,
I
yes,
would like
yes.
to have him on a podcast. If
Yes.
you can talk to him to
And
come on the
I go with
podcast.
him every time to Moldova and come back, and we speak about ourselves to free ourselves. And if we free ourselves, we're gonna be much better in what are we doing because he's with Christ now. He's a Baptist or something like that, and he always tried to tell me that he was not a bad person, but a different person when he played football. When we had bad influence on him, and then he went to this Baptist and tried to speak with different people who made him to realize that life is not always about money by your side or to people to see you who you are. Life is about feeling yourself good in like you are now. So many talks with him made me uh, changes my way of seeing the life and how my path want to be. I want to have my path on becoming what I want to become in my
Yeah.
coach
And you know, like,
life.
it's, I don't know if it's a coincidence or everyone who has come to the podcast talks about God. Have you noticed? From Porum to Nistor
Mr.
to the coach, and
Yeah.
now Roman, everyone is like has a relationship with God, and it's, I think it's very important for everyone to have, like, when you are a football player. I mean, like, among all of us, it's you who has played in the highest levels. You've seen the money, the fancy cars, the women, everything. But at the end of the day, when you're there alone, you're by yourself. The only person who is there with you is God.
Yeah.
So it's good to have that personal relationship with God, and it's good to, be able to have an account of what you do in your personal time. So you have all the experience in the world, and it's a blessing to have you on the podcast. So I would like you to talk to the young people now. Tell them, um, like, what they need to know, like, especially not just football players, anyone who is young and wants to be a professional basketball player, handball player, football player.
Not only
What's
sport
Yeah, in general.
player in
Generally.
Yeah, in
generally.
general. So,
No,
like, first, I want you to talk to the ones who are aspiring to be athletes. Talk to them about the injuries, the impact an injury can have on your career, what you have to do, who you need to have in your
In your
entourage,
cycle.
and now, generally, secondly, like, what advice will you give to anyone who is listening who wants to be somebody in future to create an impact? What can you say to them from your experience?
yes, I think they could choose the people near them. Could have a good people beside them. They could have a good impact on their path. It's important the people beside you, very very important, because if you have bad influence and when you are in the lowest time of your life, they go. But if you have a good person near you and they say, okay, you can go back, you can go up. In my life, I had my wife. So I think for everybody, it's important the person near him. And the thing that I said when we start the podcast, to believe. Everything is possible if you believe. Believe that you are the best, and always tell you are the best. You will become great
Yeah.
in what you do, and you will see not now, but later you will become a good person or good accountable or good sportsman or good CEO. So you must believe in what you believe.
Yeah. And also, I want to ask you a personal question. So, um, when I signed before I signed for Metal Globus, he was always telling me, like, I should have at the back of my mind that it can end at any time. So I should have a plan B. Like, I should be thinking to myself, what if there's no football? What am I going to do? You know? So what did your injury, for example, what did your injury teach you? Because for me, my injury taught me that football can end at any time. And now I'm an IT engineer today,
I know.
you know? And if 10 years ago, if you said to me that I will be sitting in an office touching computers, I would say no. But
Wait, before you continue that, it's funny because when I talk about trying to plan in a different way, apart from what you believe so much in, I mean, plan B. A lot of people, including himself, consider it as being negative. Understand? So, but the plan B today is what puts food on his table. That's not because he didn't want to play football. It's because life just happened to anybody.
Yeah.
So, how would you relate
I
to that and
didn't.
give it
I
as an
didn't
advice to
really
people?
think of a plan B after my injury because my mindset was that I will become better. I will recover very fast, and I will be better.
Yeah.
I didn't have a plan B. I take life as it is. I say I go there, I do this, and after I quit football, was this way. I didn't plan to be a coach, sincerely.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do after my football was in the final years, but someone called me and say, "Hey, do you want to come to join our academy to be youth coach? You will come to you will come to this and see if you like, and you can stay if you like, and I will see you if you are okay. We make a contract." I say, "Hey, why not?" It was the pandemic time. I didn't know what to do in those days because nobody hired a football player, and this came in my way.
Yeah.
I liked it, and from there I said, "This is my path, and I believe in it, and I do whatever it takes to become what I want to be
Yeah.
as a coach."
Talking about when your
Mm.
football ended, when did you realize that it was time to not
For real,
yeah, for real? When did you?
I didn't end the football, and I'm 14 years old. I still play it.
I mean, yeah, for
Yeah,
fun now,
yeah,
not in
yeah,
the
yeah.
business anymore.
No, uh, when I realized that I messed up, I was at Yash. I had an injury in my the same leg. My fascia plantar, if you know, is something in my uh,
Foot.
plantar
Yeah.
foot. You
Yeah.
know, I have something there that broke inside, and I came to Cefere in my last year of professional football as in the first league, and I made I think 4 or 5 injections with uh, stuff in my foot because it there weren't allowed to made, and say, okay, if I still going to do this, I will not walk anymore, and I stopped for professional football. I stayed almost 1 year, maybe 9 months, and then Santata called me, and from there only for fun
Yeah.
I play. Okay, being paid, but mostly for fun because there weren't much money.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized
Mm.
my health is more important.
Than the football.
Yeah.
So before he asks, like we asked on our last episode, we asked Nestor if he thinks because first off we asked him about um, how a typical day of a professional football club like Ucluj is, and he everything he said everything, and we didn't hear any part about having a mental coach, having sessions where players are just sat and spoken to in a way that will take care of their mental health. Do you think? I mean, professional bigger clubs like Real Madrid, Arsenal, Manchester United, City, they have these coaches, mental coaches. Do you think Romanian football needs to do more in this aspect? Or do you think football in general needs to take care of the players' mental health more?
They need mental care. All the players need this because sometimes, okay, you can play better in the game, but maybe you have problems home, or problem with your family. You must talk these things to relieve your brain. Every every guy say, okay, I'm strong and I don't speak with nobody. They are only my problems. But no, sometimes it's better to speak your problems. It's easier than to perform. When you relieve yourself, it's easier to perform. So I think in Romania we need mental
Coaches.
coaches in everything, in every team, also in academies.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it starts from the youth
Yes.
levels. That's very important. It starts from the youth levels.
Now in Romania, you see that most of the families, if they stay in Cluj, Bucharest, and they work, both of them, the child has kind of everything. They are not rich, but they don't have something. I don't know. They don't feel hungry.
They don't lack the
Yeah,
basics.
Yeah.
yeah. So they are very comfortable. When you put them into football, and they must rise at my
Expectations, yeah.
yes, they're not comfortable. So this is where a mental coach
Comes
must
in.
come in to
Yeah.
speak with him, to tell him you must do this for that.
Yeah.
To go there, you must do this first. You must be out of your shell, okay, to develop. But most of them, they don't want to develop. I think they're very comfortable in the way they live, and they're not hungry for money.
Mhm.
But I think it's not necessarily money. Hungry for money. You must be hungry for people to
For the
know you,
challenge.
Yeah,
to
for
achieve
success. Yeah.
success.
Hmm.
So, Coach, I'm going to address you as coach based on this question I'm going to ask you. So, Coach, you probably built some very good relationship with your players, with the way you explain how you explain things to them, make them understand why they are playing, why they are not playing. So, and you also understand how they feel. And for that kind of bond you've built with them, at some point, you might be in a position to let one or two players go, to be released based on performance development, etc. How easy or difficult is it to do that? How would you explain? Because there have been a lot of players in a big academy that have been released that we heard story about them, how they suffer, how the team of their dream was taken away from, they were taken away from the team of their dream because blah, blah, blah. How would you approach that kind of player? Or do you have a specialist who does that? Or you just make a paper and be like, "You're out."
No, in our academy, we speak with them and then we send them to the club to take their papers. But you see, there are two kinds of releasing a player. Maybe one for bad players who with attitude,
Mhm.
bad attitude, bad performance, or a player that you release him and tell him it's better to go to play because you still have to develop yourself.
Mhm.
So if I go to a player that bad who make bad stuff in my team, it's easy to say, hey, okay, I don't need you anymore. I don't like your attitude. I don't like how you train. I say, okay, go. But if it is a player who work a lot, but he didn't have the chance to make in the first team, I I go to him and I try to make him realize that not Chefere is the last team in his life. He can perform in other teams, maybe better in better habitat, better team or how do you say community. No, there's nothing else to one team. You must try to go to another team, and there you can be a better player.
Thank you
Okay.
very much for that.
So, my last question for you, you spoke earlier about how you started making football money as early as 18, 19, 20,
Yes.
and you didn't have anyone to like maybe
Financial
advise
guardians.
you, guide you. Do you think the football body as a whole or football clubs need to maybe have some institutions in place to help players educate them, especially from the youth, let's say from 15 years old, to start educating them
I think yes.
in finance?
Yes, I think yes. It would be a good idea because not everybody will be earning a lot of money, but those who will make, uh, they must learn how to invest them, how to keep them, because life of a football player is only 5, 10 years, maybe 12. It could be one if you get injured. So it's better to know what to do with the money, because in my years I didn't know what to do. I
Okay.
didn't in my first years. Money came very easy
And it
and
goes very
goes
easy.
very
Yeah.
easy. So my advice for everybody, for any player, is to have a financial coach or how.
Okay.
So, Coach, thank you very much for coming. I'm just going to ask one personal question. Feel free to laugh. I read an article about you that I think it was during your injury also. You spoke a lot during your injury.
Yes.
And you wanted to, yeah, I mean, one of your biggest wish was to recover and have children
With your wife.
with your wife.
Yeah. So how many kids
How
do you
many
have?
kids do you have now?
One. But the true, it became the true. What I, what
Yes,
I,
yeah, you wish
yes.
for it. And
But this happened only when I was at my ending of career,
yeah,
because we tried 5 years to make
wow,
a child, and we couldn't. But when I relieved myself, I said, okay,
this is it.
this is it. Because I think it was a mental problem, because neither she had problems, neither I.
You were thinking about it too
Yes,
much.
too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to make a baby. Okay, go on.
Maybe it's
It's
not
not
coming.
okay mentally. It's not
It's
okay.
not, right?
Yeah.
You must, when
Be
God
free.
wants,
Yeah.
when the, you know, when time is,
Wow.
it will come.
Okay. Just believe and
Yes,
wait.
yes.
And you were persistent. You
Yeah.
waited, but you believe anyway, and it came. Congratulations for
Okay,
how is
thank you.
fatherhood?
Yeah, thank you. How is
How is
fatherhood?
fatherhood?
Very nice.
I'm glad.
Everybody told me, you want to have a boy to become a football player. I said, no, I don't want to have a boy. I want to have a daughter. And
Hey,
I have a daughter.
Nice.
congratulations.
Yes,
A
Yeah.
beautiful one.
and
He
it's
wants to
nice
have a daughter.
because
I
Yeah.
mean,
I want. I'm very involved in my daughter's life.
Mhm.
I go
congratulations.
every day with her. I go swimming. We go wherever she wants, and I want to be, like uh, you see in movies, the perfect movies, when the daughter go to the father and loves him and said, she's maybe 25 or 30 years, and say, "Hello, daddy."
Hey,
Not dad or daddy.
daddy. Mm-hmm.
You in Romanian you say "Salut,
Salutati.
tati."
Salutati.
Yeah. And then I'm melting when I hear this.
I
Yeah.
can't believe that.
So
Mhm.
it's nice to
Yeah.
be a dad.
Yeah. So, coach, good luck in your career. We are waiting to see you in coaching Chefere and coaching Steaua,
And you
Manchester
come back here
United.
God
then.
bless. I will come
Yeah.
back for sure.
And don't forget the podcast when you go to Barca to coach in the big clubs. And one last thing before we go, like we told you, we started this podcast to be able to bring people like you who have experience to come and share with us, and also to encourage the younger guys who are coming. And so, like, what advice do you have for? You've already been giving advice to the audience. What advice do you have for both of us in what we are trying to do here now?
uh, you see, I saw your podcast on my friend Instagram, I think, Porum.
Yeah,
Guru.
I, I told him, "Boy, what are you doing to podcast?" And he said, "Hey, it's Joel. You know him from Sanitas." I said, "Yes, I would like to go to a podcast."
yeah,
I said, she told me, "Yes, talk with them." So what I my advice to you, to everybody from podcast, continue what you do, because people learn from this podcast, not only from yours,
yeah,
from every podcast is being on earth. Because I watch podcast, my daughter will watch podcast, my family watch, so we can learn different things from different podcasts.
yeah,
So I encourage everybody who is built for this, and you are, because you spoke very nice. You spoke very freely without reading on papers and something like that. It's come from you. So do what you do. Continue to do this beside your IT
Thank you.
work.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very, very much.
So
We
it was
appreciate
very
that.
nice and
So, like, who would you like us to bring to the podcast next? We ask everyone who comes here. We ask them this: who would you like us to bring to the podcast?
yes, I would like to tell you that you can call Florescu George,
Yeah,
an ex football player playing for national team.
yeah.
He
I
played a
know
long
him.
time in
Yeah.
Russia, but he has a great story life.
Hmm.
Uh, and how he changed in the last years
Yeah.
and how he relieved himself from
Mhm.
very bad habits,
Yeah.
but
He
only
used.
with the power, as I say, of God.
Yeah.
With this, with that power, he could become a much better, a much patient and calm man.
On
Yeah.
that podcast, bring your
So
Bible.
Yeah.
I'll bring mine.
he,
You remember, like, he used to come train with us in Senatatia
yeah,
when I
yes,
was still
yes,
at
yes.
Senatatia, and then
And
he
was coach also
and
there.
then he came after
Yes.
and played, and then he coached
Coach.
Senatatia.
Yes,
I
yes.
always liked him when he
Yes,
first came. He was a cool
It's a
person. Yeah, I would like
special
to,
guy
if
for
you
me.
can connect
Yes,
us
for
to
sure.
him,
I will
please.
connect because he
Yeah.
likes this. He likes this stuff.
Yeah.
He to speak freely in front of people.
Yeah.
He
Let's
manage
get
this thing very good.
let's
Yeah.
get some education
Yes.
and
Yeah.
more of God,
But
at least in
if you
Swiss.
start to speak about God, I think you will stay more than 1 hour and 40
40
minutes. I
minutes.
think you will stay all day here
Yeah.
because now he's very loyal to God
Yeah.
and yeah.
So it's very
It
important.
would
It's
be
very
a nice
Yeah.
podcast.
It'll be
I
very
assure you.
Let's go.
Yeah, so it's very important to see someone who has changed their lives around, and so
I knew him then.
yeah,
I know him now.
Yeah.
So it's
It's a big difference.
big different. Very
Nice.
big different.
Thank you
So-
very, very much. We
Yeah.
appreciate your coming here. And
Thank you. Thank you.
we like we said, we look forward to having you on the podcast again, and it's been myself, Joel, and Big Sam, and yeah, man, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. We have a TikTok account as well. Let's grow the community, and please share our channel. Let's grow. And Big Sam, you have one last word to say to the people?
First of all, I want to say thank you to the community because without you, we can't be here today. And you're the reason why we are motivated to do this even more. So keep supporting us, share the channel, subscribe for those that seen the video that haven't subscribed. And thank you very much.
Yeah. So,
Until next time.
Palate DJ Clip. Shelele.